Hello, welcome to my APWH History Preview. Today we're talking about the sub-Saharan Africa before 1500, specifically the Ghana and Mali, and Zimbabwe and Ethiopia. We start from the Ibn Khaldun. Ibn Khaldun is the most important figure in the field of history and sociology in Muslim history. And we also need to know some geological knowledge for this topic. The Dar al-Islam located in North Africa, while Sub-Saharan located in West Africa, Bantu state located in Mid-South, and Ethiopia located in East Coast around Red Sea. And they are Christian instead of Muslim. Most of Sub-Saharan Africa did not have centralized government, but rather kinship network with chiefs that cooperated for peace and prosperity. Ghana and the Congo were an exception. We'll talk a little bit of the fruit, bananas. So around 500 CE, Malay merchants bring bananas into Madagascar and then the African mainland. Bananas fueled population growth in Africa, but during the new imperialism, bananas were planted on a large scale in South America, and these plantations were often operated by American companies, but which caused hardship for many workers. So I recommend you to read a book named The Open Vein of Latin America, and through this book you will know how imperialism and the American new imperialism exploited the workers in South America. We're now going to one of our main topic, Ghana and Mali. Ghana and Mali traded across the Sahara Desert. They sold gold and ivory to Muslim merchants in exchange for salt, copper, clothes, and tools. This led this place being called the Gold Coast. In 11th century, Ghana's capital, Kombe Saleh, had a centralized government with an army equipped with iron weapons. In 13th century, the Lion Prince Sandiate linked West Africa with North Africa and founded the Mali Empire. In 14th century, Mali's trade center Timbuktu had a rich Muslim leader Mansa Musa. He made the Hajj and built a mosque. There is another two powerful empires in this region, which is Zimbabwe and Ethiopia. Zimbabwe and Ethiopia both trade across Indian Ocean, and Swahili coasters is a language combining Bantu and Arab language. Zimbabwe is a Bantu word for drilling, and Great Zimbabwe was an empire much larger than the Zimbabwe today. Their architecture was more stone than wood. The capital, located in Masvingo, was protected by wall. They had more extensive trade with Asia, so they had more wealth and resources. Their decline and disbanded is due to poor sanitation and food shortage. Ethiopia became one of the Christian major country in Africa in 12th century, and it has 12 stone churches. They also have the oldest Bible. Coffee was first cultivated in Ethiopia in the 9th century, but did not become popular until 19th century. We also need to talk a little about slavery. In Africa, slavery have a long history. However, there is many rebellion on both sides of Atlantic and Mediterranean. The Zans rebellion in Mesopotamia is one of the most successful slave uprising. The North African Islamic slave trade included about 10 million people in bondage was not as extensive as the transatlantic slave trade. Slavery as an institution continued after the trade was banned until the late 19th century in some countries. The Portuguese slave traders were among the first, last, and most impactful in enslaving people from the Congo to Brazil. African culture is very interesting. They have diviners and griots or griotists. The diviners were spiritual advisors. They would consult the oracle to help people solve problems, like illness or crop failure. Many African cultures were polytheistic, but over time, more in North converted to Islam and more in South converted to Christianity. Griots or griotists were storytellers. They were men or women that served political and social advisor and entertainers at weddings and other special occasions. They passed down knowledge through oral rather than written tradition, and they were musical talented. Let's talk about women and families in Africa. The men were valued as blacksmiths, tanners, or woodworkers, while women were praised as mothers. But they could also work as merchants, serve as political advisors if they are aristocratic, and even fight in battle if necessary. The kinship network and age grades were or helpful division to organize labor, but most did not recognize private ownership of land.